to another episode of All Around Town Nocatee, where today we are talking to Sal at Premier Martial Arts here in Nocatee Town Center. Welcome, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Really excited to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about you and Premier Martial Arts.
Very cool. So Premier Martial Arts is a franchise location. I am one out of 267 locations across the nation. We specialize on kids martial arts. This is going to be a lot of personal growth and development, where we tie martial arts as a vehicle in order for the child to be successful in kind of all scenarios, right? So not only here, but also on the outside as well. We're really keen on building a good society, a good community based on one black belt at a time. That's our motto, right? We focus on kids from 3 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 12, and 13 and above, plus adults as well. The curriculum does change depending on the age, right? And so does the times.
That's fantastic. And why did you choose Nocatee to be your home base?
Funny story. So 4 years ago, on my birthday in June, I decided from California to come on vacation. I was actually born in Nicaragua, which is the oldest Latin American colonized city in the world, right?
Oh, wow.
So this one kind of called my attention. I grew up in Miami, and I was like, let me go check out St. Augustine, right? So we came here, and funny story, across the street was Ben & Jerry's. My wife's like, hey, let's get some ice cream. This was all dirt, right? And we brought our dogs along, so we're here with the dogs, and it was super cool. And we're like, you know, it'd be really cool to put a business around here. It seems like a lot of people, a lot of kids, and the kids kept on coming through. So we actually looked for houses everywhere. As you remember, the market, it was crazy. We left kind of bummed because we couldn't really find anything. And we went back to California, sold our house, and then we were like on the clock. Okay, we got to move. We decided to come here, lived here for about 8 months, and then finally came across somebody that was putting 2 locations. And I worked with this investor and said, hey, listen, I'll open up the location for you. I think this is great. I wanted to kind of give back after working for corporate America for so long. And what better thing to do is to do something that made me who I am, which is martial arts. So really, the location kind of picked me, and the martial arts also picked me.
Yeah.
But I will say, Nocatee is a great place. It's geared towards family, and that's something that I want to be involved in a community that's geared towards family and kids.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I love that, how all of that like
Just kind of pieced together, right? We actually opened the location. So I came in June. We opened this location in June on my birthday.
Aww.
It just happened to be that way. So our anniversary and everything. So I told the person who opened it, right, the investor, I was like, listen, give me the first right of refusal. And I jumped on it as soon as I could. So.
Very cool.
Yep.
So what does an average day look like here in the studio?
Yeah. So when it comes to the students, or just overall the staff and everybody?
As far as the students go, so like what time do classes
Sure.
start? What do they? How long are they?
Yeah, so it's all based on age group. So we have our Tiny Champs, which typically start at 3 p.m. It's a 30-minute class. It varies depending on how many people we have, just because they can actually choose what day they can actually come. So our Tiny Champs is a 30-minute class from 3 to 3:30. Then we have our 3:45 class. That's kind of like the more advanced. So we're going to have 5 to 7-year-olds in that class. I'm sorry, and that is a 45-minute class, and that it would be 30 minutes of regular class. We actually have 2 programs. One is our basic program, and the other is our black belt training program. The black belt training program is our core program. Okay, so that takes you all the way to black belt. The basic is only the first year. It takes you the first 4 belts. So, having said that, everything is based by rank and age. After 3:45, we have our 4:30, which is our 8 to 12. And then after that, we have our teens and adults. We do have some repetitive in between there, but typically classes start at 3, and we go all the way to 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have 3-year-olds to adults.
Absolutely.
I mean,
3 to 4-year-olds are our Tiny Champs. Our Little Champs are 5 to 7, 8 to
okay.
12 are our kids, and then teens and adults.
tell me, share with us, 3-year-olds teaching them martial arts. What is that, like herding cats?
So actually, it's my favorite. When I opened up at the school, I had 2 classes of 25 in each class. And could you imagine 25?
Oh my gosh.
I used to call them tiny tots, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool, but that curriculum is more about personal growth development, body mechanics, structure, respect, responsibility, self-discipline. So we do a lot of disguising of the martial arts with, I would say, adding like obstacle courses and things like that, balance beams. Things that we're disguising for them to actually, once they hit 5 years old, to work a little bit more on the self-defense, because we can't really have little munchkins running around there kicking people in the shins, right? So we're teaching them a lot more of the personal side, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so for adults, I take it that's a later class?
Yes. So the adult class is always at 8 p.m., so it's 8 to 9. We do have a Tuesday and Friday that's at 7:15. That's an hour and a half class. And that focuses a lot more on the Krav Maga, on all the real life scenarios when it comes to like, leaving the grocery store, going to the parking lot, what women should do, look around, look in your car, walk around the car, things like that. And obviously, Krav Maga, martial arts, and a lot of, I would say kickboxing is a lot in the curriculum as well. We do have knife defense and gun defense as well, although I don't recommend somebody pulls out a gun, here you go, right? none of those hero things, right? But yes.
Do you have a favorite story? A favorite story from one of your students that have gone on to maybe change their personality or change the way they viewed life?
Absolutely. So we actually had one child. I won't say his name, but he's actually special needs. He's high on the autistic side. When he came here, he really wasn't performing. And martial arts is something, like I told you earlier, that it is a very personal growth and development thing. It's only you against you. And at first he was being very frustrated. He would get annoyed about the situation until he finally sat down and he understood that, hey, listen, this is you. This is you against you, improving yourself a little bit at a time. And really, there's nobody judging you, right? So I think it made him feel comfortable that everybody around the studio was like, kind of rooting for him and everything. I decided to put him on the spotlight instead. That's something that we do. It's part of our curriculum. So instead of isolating, we highlight them, we spotlight them, we put them at the front, we use them as example. They're actually teaching other kids. So it empowered him. And that's the biggest growth that he saw. Once he got empowered, he started holding himself accountable and actually doing everything and practicing and coming to class a little bit more often and actually performing really well on the test. He started passing his belts. He was struggling a little bit, and I actually mentioned him as a highlight, did a testimonial. His mom actually did a testimonial on one of our tests, and I actually interrupted him while his mom was talking about him, and I said, hey man, good job, you're doing great. And he goes, excuse me, I'm trying to listen to my mom. It's disrespectful to not pay attention. I was gonna say something, but I was like, this is exactly what we're teaching, right? So it was a very proud moment for him, for his mom, and for myself. So it's super cool.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. Last question. Nocatee. What about the community? How does it feel to you? You moved here from other area? Is it home?
I've lived in about 4 countries, in about 9 states. And I do have to say that Georgia was kind of my favorite state that I lived in, but I grew up in Miami. So when I came here and I saw palm trees with that southern feeling, hospitality, and that sense of family was what brought me here, really. I will say the community has been amazing. We get people stopping by all the time. Everything about Nocatee is amazing. I will say that the biggest and coolest thing is all the kids. I'm not used to seeing so many kids, and now it's just like they run in herds. And that's amazing because you typically see kids inside, or you don't see them because they're inside on the video games. Here, there's a community of out and about.
Love it.
Golf carts, everything. So.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sal.
Thank you for coming in.
On the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate you. What inspired the creation of the First Coast Collective was a place where customers can come to us and know that if we didn't have the answers, we would find the answers for them. We like to say to our customers, we're sometimes the source, but sometimes we're the source of the source where they need other guidance. So the collective part of that came as a one place where people can come for all of their real estate needs.